signs you should pay attention to in your relationship. There is no doubting the cultural importance and emotional significance of starting a relationship. It's considered to be one of the cornerstones of human social interaction. When you enter into a relationship with someone, you are essentially deliberately sharing your life with them, which has its own inherent beauty. There's nothing quite like falling in love with someone who reciprocates your feelings. But what if things aren't going as well as they should be early on in the relationship? Make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button below this video. Also, you can give me thumbs up and put on the notification bell. This way you can get more of my video. What if certain things feel weird and out of place? What if you are never able to develop the level of comfort, safety, and consistency that you require to feel secure in your relationship? These may appear to be little issues in the broad scheme of things, yet they are extremely important. Even in the strongest relationships, it's crucial to remember that the little details matter a lot. These may appear small and insignificant at first, but they can be precursors to more serious character flaws that could end your relationship in the long term. If you can detect these red signals early on in a relationship, you can make the appropriate modifications to avoid any unnecessary heartbreak and disappointment later on. Here are a few red signals you should never ignore while beginning a new relationship. 1. When he refuses to introduce you to his friends. This could indicate one of two things: he has a horrible set of friends but does not want to introduce you to them, or he is embarrassed of you and doesn't want his friends to know he's dating you. It's a horrible case in any situation. You should never date a man who refuses to involve you in his network of friends. 2. When he's with you, he doesn't look away from his phone. He doesn't regard you as much as he should, which is why he can't keep his gaze away from his phone. He doesn't believe it's critical for him to give you his undivided attention. He doesn't believe that respecting your time together is necessary. He's far more interested in what's going on in his Twitter feed. 3. During discussions with you, he constantly brings up his ex-girlfriends. No man should bring up his ex-girlfriends frequently throughout your chats, especially if you don't inquire about them. If he does this on a regular basis, it's possible he's hinting at the fact that he still has a lot of skeletons in his wardrobe that need to be dealt with. Another possibility is that his emotions are still insecure as a result of previous relationships. 4. He is incapable of acting on his own. He can't make a decision without first consulting you. He can't be self-sufficient. You know he's the type of guy who would get lost in life if he didn't have someone to give him directions. He just doesn't seem to be able to keep himself going. 5. He constantly criticizes you. Instead of complimenting you, he is constantly looking for ways to condemn you. Yes, there should be a place for criticism in any relationship, but these comments should always have a point. They can't just happen out of nowhere and without a reason. But you know his criticisms serve no function except to make you feel horrible about yourself. In your own relationship, you don't deserve to be mistreated. 6. He is hesitant to discuss himself or his past. When it comes to questions concerning his past, he is evasive. He also doesn't want to talk much about himself, either because he has some dark demons to conceal or because he doesn't trust you to tell the truth. In any case, you should be extremely cautious in this situation. You can never totally trust someone who refuses to communicate with you. 7. He rarely asks you personal questions. He's arrogant, and it shows. He prefers not to discuss you or your objectives, dreams, interests, or passions, since everything must revolve around him. He doesn't show any interest in you until he can find a way to connect it to himself. He's egotistical, and he'd drop you in a jiffy if it meant he might get something from it. 8. He doesn't pay any attention to you or listen to what you have to say. Only be with a man who truly pays attention to you. You should only be in a relationship with a man who appreciates conversing with you and is interested in hearing what you have to say. If he is inconsiderate of your thoughts or opinions, you should think again about being in a relationship with him. 9. He's financially irresponsible. He isn't mature enough to get into a relationship with you if he doesn't comprehend the need for financial responsibility. You don't want to be the one to inherit financial issues if you become involved with this guy.